Hey guys, how you doing out there globally? Let me start doing these with video and stuff too. Rising up as the warrior you are. It's not fun to go through a lot of humility, is it? But we do. We go to our jobs and we're passionate about teaching, or we put our artwork out there and we're passionate about it. And all the whole while the world's moving so fast. Often we don't take time to think about things in moderation, which is key. We were born to be conditioned to be like warriors in different senses. Each and every one of us will have a different role. Some of us will be the teacher that teaches in an abstract way that helps induce the imagination to spawn more creativity. And then some will be narcissistic. It will come against us as soon as we begin to rise up as that warrior. It's kind of like a negative and a positive. We have that negative and positive effect. I had spoke with my fiance, and for teaching in a very abstract manner that is inducing the imagination to become more creative and listen and learn, she was fired. And that was in Reno, Brazil. It's okay to expose some of those who were the narcissistic. And it's okay to go through humility. Because what it does, if we are willing to accept that the meek will be made humilified, if that's not a word, Webster, you can put it in your dictionary. We will suffer. It will cause pain. But to fire off at that pain. Don't let it settle in your stomach. You might get an ulcer. I'm serious. I remember years ago when one of the top nurses I had ever known, happened to be my mother, was fired for doing her job correctly. And there was a rule book. And she followed all the rules. She did such a great job. The ones that were around her, that were in management, were so lazy. They hated it. They hated that a nurse could work a floor and do everything. In the same likes that I'm speaking about my own mother and my fiance, I'm speaking to you. When we step up to be the warrior that we were born to be, whether it's this vocation, that vocation, or whatever we're being, we're going to be attacked. I guess we could call it their own demons. And then what happens is that we have health problems. Because if we're not fighting, we end up having health problems. So we always have to take that step forward and accept the fact that we're going to face humility. And through that conditioning phase, we grow stronger. And we will have a direction. If our hearts speak to us and say, go, yet we stay in the same environment, and we keep repeating ourselves, going into another environment that's the same, are we really going in the direction of our heart? No. Because we're repeating ourselves. It's like living in a constant purgatory. So we become enslaved by our own conditioning in our own environments. To rise up as that warrior is to stand up, no matter if you're the small, the big, or whatever. There is a way to do it, and it is by faith. You may have faith in this God or that God or no God, but faith is something that empowers you to step forward. And sometimes we become arrogant. We all become arrogant. Say, I won't accept this. I'm going to another place. And it just repeats. To become what you are as a warrior, I'm going to step back a bit and then step forward. And analyze what's really happening. If you're rejected because you're doing something that's actually helping those who were tossed to the streets, or made incredibly ill by this toxic world, of carnivalistic madness, then you have stepped up. So you're going to be attacked. Because there is an evil and there is a good in this world. We can clearly see it by the non-stop warmongering that's been going on since the beginning of time. So my suggestion in this live broadcast is to analyze your environment, your circumstances. Not one country, 'tis of thee, O sweet land of liberty, can deny you of what you are. We are eventually in this life going to die. Would it not be better to die for what we believe in? We would go on, whether we believe that or not. I say go on. Step out of the box and just go. I met a man who owned his home, paid it off, and then because he had to take leave, a disability, and had frozen credit cards attacked him, seized his house, threw him out, and had not had family. He'd been homeless, dying, sickened, and that story happened to be mine. And during that time I was fighting a bout of what was cancer. Very bad. I defeated that by not accepting the enemy, which wants you to stay in its own little purgatory. This is not about religion, but I would say this. The world religion that is Catholicism seems to endorse these ideals. I'm not saying that a person that is Catholic and goes by that faith is incorrect. I'm saying that it seems to me that this so-called world organization, where these narcissistic beings, human beings, can be some of the worst things I've ever seen. Most destructive things. Do not like a person to succeed if they have what's the so-called power chair or their money. I don't know really what else to say other than I'm disgusted, because to this day I receive news from a woman I truly do love, who has done nothing but assist those who were the unfortunate but fortunate to find her. And now there's going to be many students underneath a somewhat socialistic, communistic, split government in Brazil. Brazil, you need to get your shit straight. United States of America, you need to get your shit straight. Where I'm at in the U.S., I don't see these problems. What's going on? Too much TV? You know, I think that as warriors, step back. All of us have some form of creativity, and resist. Resist. We're going to go forward if we resist and attack the opponent. And we don't have to attack the opponent. Usually wants us to lash out in anger, sadness. But if we attack the opponent with love and thank them in a different way, in our own way, we will be that warrior. You're born to be a warrior. All of you out there that hear this, they're struggling right now. You're suffering. Maybe you had a wife or a husband or girlfriend leave you. Maybe you lost your job, your home. Maybe you were in a storm and everything you had was gone. Lost a loved one. I pray by my faith through Christ, who Christ was actually a rebel. He was hated by teachers of the law, which taught legalism, love for money. Not many know that because too many have been beaten over the head by holy rollers who use the Bible as a weapon to kill. That's capitalism. That's politics. I'm standing up. I'm going to do videos. And I ask that all of you that wish to join me, please do. And we'll get a radio station started. This is just the beginning. And that is stepping up and conditioning to be the warrior that you are. I'll talk to you soon, all of you, somehow. because we're all connected. We are all connected in some way, shape, or form. That's the universal design. Isaac Newton proved it. Many proved it. So to try to believe this. And I will talk to you soon, all of you.